Hello and welcome to another episode of It's Cold Outside, so maybe actually I'm okay with being inside for once in this entire winter. I am Tom Elwes. I'm joined today as ever by my co-host Mr. Ali Woods.
Hello, Tom. Hello, listeners. And thank you for sending in, as I showed you, Tom, the video of us playfully discussing French people. Just
Yeah.
enchanté.
Enchanté. Très bien. Très bien.
Sending in the video of a French person watching it on the Chromecast, I assume, doing well.
Nice.
Touche, as they say,
Uptown.
as they say in France,
Yeah.
of us slagging you off. But look, hey, that's the game, son. So,
We've already. It's the game. We've already been through this. My mother is a French woman. Okay, my grandmother, a fully French woman.
even
That
more
makes
French.
me, I guess, a quarter French. So
Mm.
can't have a go at me, guys.
That's
can't have
Tom.
a go.
A quarter French, half Mexican for Elwes, and then a quarter fuckboy. That's his origins.
Yeah.
So he's allowed to talk
That's
about
it.
those things. So when we do the AIDIF boys make tortillas, then you better shut the fuck up.
No offense there, guys. No
That's
offense.
heritage. That is heritage.
Yeah.
Did you know, speaking of the French, this week that they since 1806, about 200 years, they've had a law, that they have to take a 1 hour lunch break at work, and it's just been scrapped.
Perfect. Well, Ali, have you ever tried to eat a brie and cheese in less than an hour?
I need
You're
more
insane,
time.
you
I
know?
need more time for this.
It's impossible. They've actually timed it perfectly. It's impossible to get 3 courses in under an hour. So that's,
So I think I would like that rule here, but they've just scrapped it in France because they're allowing people to eat at their desks. But I never knew that was a thing. But if you're French,
I will
message us and understand if I've got the wrong end of the stick. But I read that this week, so I mean, that is fair play.
Okay. So here's a slightly a weird thing. So a French boy I knew at uni, right? And like, I'm not saying this is all French people. This is just what he did.
Okay, sample of one.
For food, he would eat dinner, right? But for
That's
food
mad.
throughout the day,
What nutter! What absolute! What?
Calm down.
He would do what?
Calm down. Just
get this
down.
right.
You're out to have your mind.
He would eat dinner.
Yeah.
I'm like, mate, eating is cheating, dickhead.
Yeah. Throughout the day, to save money, the only thing he would eat, he would just buy a big stick of brie and he would just gnaw on it throughout the day.
That is madness. That's like,
his room stunk so bad, like you've got no idea.
Why did he think that was an acceptable nutritional plan? Did you ask him? I'm sure you asked him.
No, he just said it was cheap and filled him up. And he loved brie. So
Jesus
more fool you, Ali Woods, for judging. You know?
Did you ever try it?
Yeah, he offered me some. You want a little gnaw? But
have it for 2 minutes. Yeah, he sort of passes it around. Like you get time.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Everyone have a little gnaw.
So I'm imagining. I assume he put it in the fridge, but I'm imagining that he just permanently carried it around like a character on Sims, like he's been equipped with brie.
Yeah. Like I didn't really ever see it in the fridge, but I assume that overnight, hopefully, that is where it was kept. But what I'll say is, in winter, those small uni dorm old rooms with like one cheap radiator, like blaring heat, everyone got their soggy clothes on over the radiator. You mix in a bit of brie into that mix, and the smell in there,
the odor, parfum de brie, eau de brie.
Yeah.
Wow.
I also remember another highlight of uni was a guy, right? And we had these. We didn't have a lampshade in our. It was like really crappy uni halls. There's no lampshade. It was just like a light bulb dangling from the ceiling.
Classic.
Right?
That is so classic. Is this an interrogation room or my living room at my uni?
Anyway, dating a girl, and he was like, "Look, I need to make a bit of mood lighting." So what he did was, right? He went and he got a Sainsbury's bag, like an orange Sainsbury's bag, and put it round the light. So it's like an orangey tint to the room.
Just to make it look more like a drug den, like a crack house.
Yeah.
Did it work? How did it look though?
Get the vibe going.
I can imagine that would work quite well to be fair.
If it like a sort of like a kind of prostitute dungeon in Amsterdam, yeah.
Hey, that's the place of work. That's an office, not a dungeon. How dare you?
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, fair play. This is the same Sainsbury's bag that was then later used for the pubes, according to your stand-up material.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Not far off.
If you didn't
Dual
know,
purpose,
listeners,
mate. You got to think ahead.
if you didn't know, listeners, I feel like you have mentioned this before on the pod, but maybe way ago.
So many times.
But
Yeah.
Tom and his
Refer to
lads.
I'll post it. I'll post the stand up. I'll close the clip of stand up. We don't have to go back through it. But yeah, I came up with a way to ingeniously remove body hair
Using
in my room.
Using nothing but a Sainsbury's bag.
Just a Sainsbury's bag. You'll be impressed. It's a great bit of stand-up, guys. You'll love it. Right. On to the main events. Guys, quarantine hotels are here. That's it. 2 weeks travel lodge. It's happening. £1,750 to stay. Good times.
How long?
There's a few interesting. It's 10-day, I think.
Okay. 175
10
quid
days.
a night to stay in a travel lodge.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Yeah, it's not cheap, guys. And there's some pretty interesting stuff has come about it. The first being, right, so in Australia, the Australians have been doing this for ages, right? And they've learned that actually you have to keep people in their rooms at all times, and they can't interact with the staff, because so many of the cases in Australia were like it was the staff getting it, working in the hotels, then leaving the hotel at night and then spreading it, and that's how it's spreading. So they shut that all off. However, in England, no, you're allowed. The staff are just allowed to interact with the people.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Also,
customer service
in Australia, you had to stay in your room. You could not leave your room. Right. In England, you're going to be allowed out for exercise and to have a cig.
Yeah, but also I'm sure to enjoy the wonders of the travel lodge bar and lounge area.
Yeah. You just know this is going to be a disaster. As soon as I read you're going to be allowed out for a cig, that is just going to be absolute pandemonium. Like
the smoker section of travel lodge is the most party central. It just looks like Ibiza just outside. They're like pinging like Lidos and sort of like volleyballs, knocking them about. Someone's playing Calvin Harris, and they were just smoking. I was like, I'm coming out from a cigar, mate. I'll be out for 3 hours.
They're going to be doing package holidays. It's going to be 1 week in Ibiza and then 2 weeks in the Party Hotel in Luton. You're going to get a 3-week package trip.
Yeah, that's what they're selling. That's the Ryanair special, isn't it? So what we'll do is we'll fly out from Luton. Okay, Ibiza.
Week in Ibiza
with your mates, right? But then the fun starts, right? Flight back.
2 weeks. I'm not joking, right? We got Tiesto. He's quarantining as well, okay, and he's going to be DJing.
Obviously, the party DJs they've come on hard times now because they haven't been able to tour.
Yeah.
So we've got Tiesto. I'd go.
We've landed him.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Tom. You are told by people very in the know, this is certain.
Yeah.
You can't have any holidays this year. You're not going to have the opportunity to have any holidays.
Yeah.
Someone says you can pay 1,750 quid to go to a travel lodge for 10 days, and it's going to be like a sort of resort style.
Wait for this. I've already thought about this, and this is how I'm going to make £1 billion. Okay, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, right. You have to isolate in a hotel. Okay, but some of the hotels, some of them are like you're going to be picked up in a bus and driven to slightly further away or whatever. Okay, as long as you could quarantine everyone coming off the flight. Okay, I rent a Butlins. A disused Butlins, no one's going there anymore, okay? And I do a giant quarantine party hotel on the beach somewhere, or like a beachside hotel with its own bit of private beach, right? I quarantine it all off, and I just make a giant party hotel for the 2 weeks for people to isolate and party.
But how? Okay, so how are you monitoring that? How are you making sure they don't leave?
Yeah, so obviously I either like dig a moat or I sort of
yes, many excellent £1 billion ideas start with. So let's dig a moat. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
once we've got the moat side of operations down, the rest sort of is very easy.
I'll actually tell you, I got the moat idea from my mate Lucas lives on a farm, and the farmer next door to him, right, is obviously like falling on slightly harder times with like the Brexit stuff and everything. So basically has converted his farm into car storage and like vans. So he's storing vans that are not being used, right? But in order to stop thieves from breaking in, he dug a giant moat all the way around. However, thieves still managed to get in because they made a temporary bridge and stormed his moat and stole a load of car engines. Yeah.
Bloody hell. It literally is the medieval times out in the country. They sold fire engines. Yeah. That's a fucking cool exit though, isn't it? Sirens blazing.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. Oh, poor bloke. Wait, so he built
apparently
but he put water in it as well. So he
I don't know if he put water in it, but he just dug a giant fucking trench all the way around it, and then had like basically a bridge that would come down to get them in and out, but then he would like lift it up at night, right? But they built their own temporary one and then stole some of the cars.
That's amazing. I mean, they're putting the effort in, to be fair, to be thieves.
Yeah.
How amazing is that, though, comparatively, like out in the country to flats in London? Renting a flat in London is like, can we maybe have like a chair for our flat? Landlord's like, no. And then it's like in the country, I'm just going to build a fuck off moat. Just dig up the earth. Just dig up the earth. It'll be fine. No one's going to say anything.
No, what do you think of my £1 billion hotel idea? 1 week in Ibiza, 2 weeks in the party hotel. Like, we'll do it, a random bit of town.
But they go to Ibiza as well, or no?
Yeah, so they get a week in Ibiza, then it's 2 weeks in the party hotel.
How are you doing the Ibiza? You're not allowed to fly to Ibiza, I swear.
You're not allowed. I thought you could go to Ibiza.
Wait, what? Like, sorry.
What? That's my summer gone? You bloody ruined it.
You better be bloody pulling my chain right now, because that is not funny.
Sorry, what?
I'm pretty sure they've done all the travel corridors. You can't go Ibiza right now.
I thought you could go. To. It's not on the red list, so you could technically go to Spain. I don't know what the quarantine rules are when you're over there, but let's say this summer you'll be able to go to Spain, but you probably still have to quarantine.
Okay, in the summer might be different. Yeah, mate. So Pete, for my friend of the show actually, Azuri, who was working at the venue in 2019, where we had Elways and Woods mid-afternoon madness, packed out every day. Yep.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. And she has done her lawyer. What's it called? The LGBT, the XYZ, and she's finishing in a week and a half. And obviously, the plan was originally back in. When she signed up, when she got the job to be a lawyer, was to do, all her exams from September to the end of Feb, and then March she got 6 months to travel, do whatever, go
Bali,
Bali, Thailand, and now it's so
she's
bad.
Going nowhere.
She's living with her rents. She ain't got nothing. It sucks, man. So if she can't go Ibiza right now, then I'm pretty sure no one can go Ibiza. So I'm not sure how the Ibiza's working.
Party weekend. I'm telling you, you just need to go and find a random little hotel, right? A random hotel in England, and we change that to the party hotel.
But how are you legally doing this? How are you getting away with it? You're not allowed to have big groups.
You're allowed to have as many people. People can still go to hotels, so they can still book in hotels. Okay. And
for business reasons, though, you're gonna have to host. You're gonna have to host seminars during the day,
on how to be lit.
Yes, this isn't a bio. This is a conference. A conference on how to be a legend.
A conference on being lit and
what can I interest you in? How to wear well-fitted t-shirts at 11 a.m. Then 12 p.m. Let's wait to down a beer. 1 p.m. liquid lunch. It's the conference you get.
4 p.m. The back catalogue of Calvin Harris.
Yeah, back catalogue of Calvin Harris. And what's that Swedish guy called? That was big in the noughties.
Tiesto.
No, not Tiesto. They're all like Swedish, but he had Bass Hunter. You got special appearance from Bass Hunter giving the keynote speech.
It's doing keynote speech. It's gonna be very serious. Very serious.
Very serious.
So it was.
You got like Dapper Laughs coming down to talk and.
Yeah, it's a bit of a set. Right, and we'll just, we'll sell it and we're going to make a fortune.
It sounds a lot like
business party
what Ori did, though. A very strict business party weekend.
Yeah, business party conference. It's going to be good.
It's called taking care of business. And that's
the reason that Ori Styler, friend of the show, did do that, and it didn't work out as well as he wanted, but that's because he couldn't, everyone was going to Ibiza. This year, no chance, mate. No one's going British holidays.
Yeah, the great British holiday. Okay. Right. Well, I think it's an exciting. What price are you selling this? What are the packages? You got a sort of bronze, silver, gold thing going on, or I want platinum.
Yeah, platinum.
I want apple sours round the clock.
Yeah, there's a base package which technically you're not in the hotel. You're more in a sort of campsite out the back, right? That's the base package.
Yeah.
Base package. You get
that's like you get a plot of land that you can have a tent, park a caravan. That's all.
That's going to set you back about, that's set you about $1,000.
A grand.
Right?
Was this for 2 weeks? A weekend? What is
10
it?
days.
10 days.
10 day.
Okay.
10-day experience, right?
Okay.
That'll set you back $1,000. And then if you want to be inside, well, it's $1,500 for the base inside.
So what are you getting for that? Single bed, double bed, room?
You're getting, you're not getting your own room. You're getting an inside. You get a single bed inside, bunk beds, cram them in.
So hostel vibes. I thought you were going to have it more like when there's like a hurricane and you just see a big hall of like beds. I thought that's your base package. Okay, so hostel, and then what's the sort of silver package we're talking?
Silver package. We're talking. Own room. You get your own crappy room, but own room.
Okay.
Then gold is a good room, solid room. Okay, like fancy. And then the platinum
ensuite for gold, an ensuite for gold.
Yeah. Of course. Platinum package. Oh, it's your own cabin. Your own cabin. You get your own cabin. Party cabin.
Bring the gal down back there. So then, if the base for a plot of land was 250 quid, how are they going up then? The prices.
What do you mean?
The prices for bronze. What's that? What's bronze?
I haven't thought about the technicalities. Okay. What I'm saying is, there's some artists who can't currently tour, so I'm pretty sure we could land at least Craig David.
Craig David's DJ set. Yeah.
Just a DJ set. Yeah.
Then ones where it says Craig David and then brackets DJ set.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we could land Craig doing a DJ set, possibly Dizzy Rascal.
If we get Craig David, can we get Craig Charles as well to come do a DJ set?
Yeah, like generally, like we'll have sort of like Craig, just some sort of like legends from back in the day. We'll get Bradley from S Club 7 to do a DJ set.
Steps, the remaining steps, wherever they are.
We'll get some like look-alike people. People love look-alikes, so we'll get like a sort of Will Smith look-alike, or like a kind of
so George Clooney, look-alike, just to wander around.
Yeah, George Clooney look-alike, just to walk around.
Yeah. I can do the Van Gogh look-alike. Get a picture with Van Gogh.
Yeah, it's going to do the Van Gogh lookalike. We're generally going to have a pretty good vibe there, guys. So anyway, back to the real story of quarantine hotels. It's hilarious, and another example of how like the British government have almost done the correct thing here. It's like quarantine hotels, right? We need to do that, but then also I just don't see how they've not learned from Australia. I don't just look what they've done and then just copy that exactly. It seems to be working.
But we are blighty, stiff upper lip will get you through. Yeah. A good British pride.
I need to be able to go out for a cigarette, like, obviously. Have you thought about that? Like, bloody hell.
Yeah, I mean, I think to my mate, I talked about this on the Patreon backers only. You can listen to the Patreon backers only episode if you donate $5 a month to patreon.com/AIDIFpod. You become a patron, you get double the episodes. It's there if you want it. And but my mate works at the King's Fund, is a think tank for the NHS, and he says the government has now finally sobered up and is putting strict measures in charge that should have been here a year ago is happening. So look, I have faith that finally we might be all right. Even saying that is tough. But
all I'm saying,
my dad's been vaccinated. 13 million people have been vaccinated.
It's positive. Things are looking up.
It doesn't look like they're going to do a stupid, what happened in December, where it's like, lockdown's over, let's go party. Oh shit! Everyone went. What are you bloody doing, you idiots? You went and partied.
What's wrong with you?
Exactly. Yeah. I can't believe you listened to what I said and did it. That is absolutely you've let this country down. So I think. Australia, New Zealand, it kills me to see the clips of them partying.
Although you say this, however, but this is so freaking hilarious. 13 cases in Melbourne. They've shut the entire city full lockdown for a week. 13 cases. I've stressed this many times, 17,000 cases a day and the pubs were still open in the UK.
Yeah, but you got to go, but what, where are you going to take the edge off after that bad news? You'd be like, mate, have you seen the state of this coronavirus? Yeah, do you fancy a pint? Yeah, let's go do that.
Need a pint.
Chill out, mate. Fucking hell, I need someone to talk about it.
13 cases in total in the entire city of Melbourne with a population of millions, and they shut the whole city down. But 17,000 a day, fucking hell!
Yeah,
it just shows you.
It's a lot, but we're Britain. That was the whole thing. Was we're Britain. Our cases are better It's just Mark Gazers. People are strong. It's just that was the whole
I'll
thinking.
handle it.
Yeah, for so long
Yeah.
of this. So look, well done to Australia and New Zealand, and it's unfair because they're islands, and people might say we're an island too, but but look, mate, stop bringing up facts. Yeah, the government are doing the best they can. So
we're an island, but like we're closer to other places than they are. So
it's completely unreasonable to say
yeah,
this government struggled. When you look at these people like New Zealand, Australia, they've had so many benefits. They're islands. They've made good decisions. That's unfair. You can't criticize our government for not doing those things.
The decisions when they're just not as good as theirs, and like we all seem to accept that and carry on. Okay.
Yeah, and you can't just shut down the country because the economy would go to the toilet. And yes, I'm aware that today the UK economy contracted by 9.9%, which is the record. Yeah. But that's not fair, okay? Because you can't just throw facts and things that have happened in my face and tell me that this government is not doing the best they can.
Trying is what's happening here. A lot of trying.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. Like I think Australia are going to be the example for the world of what you actually need to do to have a normal existence.
Who'd have thought that? Who'd have thought that? Australia, fame. If you ever had a plan, and again, look, every week we are just going to insult a certain region of the world. Tune in for when we have a go at Ugandans down the line. But Australia. If you said, right, we need a plan, and the Australian mate started talking, you'd be like, okay, all right, good, exactly, look, laugh. You just immediately think,
what would Australia do? It's never been a thought that I've ever had. I don't know what would Australia be doing in this circumstance? What are they doing?
I've not heard an Australian mate start a what should we do plan without the sentence of let's get a couple of cans.
A couple of cans, bag, and we'll see what happens.
And then that'll relax us to make a decision. But who'd have thought it? They've smashed it, and well done to them. And look, best of luck. And I know we have listeners out in Australia, so enjoy yourselves. Have a good time.
We're only slagging you off because we're just bitterly jealous. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Bitterly jealous of how well you've done, and all the music festivals that are going on. And you had not now, but the tennis open is still going on there without people now. But up until when they called the lockdown, they had full stadiums of people at the tennis.
Yeah, mad. New Zealand opened up again 8 months ago. How mad is that?
8 months ago, full rugby stadiums of people watching sport in New Zealand. Like,
oh man. Oh well, look, good luck to them. We've got our own things going on. We've got our own things like a Valentine's Day.
That's happening.
What a dream it's going to be. Are you?
Yep.
You looking forward to the Corona Valentine's Day?
The Corona Valentine's. Well, I'm obviously isolated with my girlfriend, so I will, I don't know, I guess cook a nice meal or something. That's all you can really look forward to, I think.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Victoria Park and make citizens' arrests for people holding hands. And I'm going to say, do you have documentation that shows that you're in a bubble or the same residence of address? Yeah. And then I'm just doing my bit.
See, I would have thought you would have been sort of hanging out outside this kind of wine shop trying to pick up lonely women. Like, that would be more your vibe.
You know what? Change your plans.
Hanging outside. Just anyone going in there solo being like, hello.
But the thing is as well, is that legally you can't sort of just loiter. You've got to be doing exercise. So I've got to do laps to the wine shop. Yeah. I've got to go around the block and just every
run past.
5 minutes, just be like, oh, hey, sorry, I just thought you recognized me, Ali Wood's gigs. Like, you weren't. Oh, sorry. Oh no, I thought you were just going to say.
How funny!
Oh, weird.
That's weird.
What wine did you get? Oh, nice. Just one bottle. So for you and your boyfriend. Oh, just you. Oh, okay.
Okay. You live with a flat of 4 other single lonely girls. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Whatever.
Oh, cool. That's really cool, man. Are you on Instagram? You on? No, same.
I am.
Same, no, same.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to.
Not even a big deal on
it. Connect with the world. Lonely women outside the wine shop. Well, you do what you can. I've set up my broadcast list for all women I've ever met that I have on WhatsApp, and I'm going to send them. Thinking of you today, I made a big mistake.
Yeah. It's Valentine's and it made me think of you. Question mark.
I love those memes.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about them already on the podcast, but I love those memes of like offset
Scattergun.
messaging. Just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuckboy moves of like, damn, this coronavirus is crazy.
Yeah.
Reminds me how crazy I was
And-
about you. And should never have let
it's
you
so
go.
bad. Yeah, I think it's a tough time for the Singleton, the Lonely Hearts Club of yeah, or I don't know. It's going to be
Coronavirus
weird,
people.
isn't it?
Coronavirus. I don't even know what they're offering. The M&S meal for two is the main Valentine's Day staying in. But look, whatever you're doing this Valentine's Day, remember to love yourself. Okay, that's the main thing. If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love anyone else? You know what I mean?
Exactly. They don't deserve you if you don't love yourself already. You
Do
know.
you know what I thought of a good? I was talking to my mate. I thought of a good influencer tag. Look at this. Influencers, if you're listening, you can use this. You post all these photos to get all these likes, but there's only one like that matters, and that's that you like yourself. How good is that? Good, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
It's good.
That's almost as bad as I saw that meme going around. Someone was obviously had died, and there was a coffin, and on the inside of the coffin, it was written, "Lived, laughed, loved." Yeah,
Gross. Gross.
that is awful.
Well, but maybe if that's what gets you through the thing, then go for it. Just don't come and see my comedy because you will not enjoy it.
If there's any listeners out there who want to write in and maybe even send photos or just tell us what you've been doing this Valentine's, please message the AIDIF account and say, what have you been doing this Valentine's?
Yeah,
what have you been up to?
Maybe we could do that as the fair mail next week.
What did you do for
Valentine's Day? See, because I'm genuinely intrigued. I'm interested if anyone's done anything.
Yeah.
I was reminded of the excellent In-Betweeners clip when Jay sends himself Valentine's Day cards. If you haven't watched it, you've got to rewatch it. It's so good. But yeah, I might do that. Might do the whole so embarrassing. What a card. That's so two cards. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys.
Drop your address on your social media and see if anyone sends you anything weird or a card.
I won't do that. Nah, ain't working.
Have you seen like people have been putting their phone numbers up on their social media just to see who texts?
Why?
I can only imagine it'd be a sea of dick pics.
Who's doing that?
Yeah.
Well, women are doing that.
I don't know.
You can't do that. If you're an attractive woman, men are awful. You can't do that.
Any woman doesn't need to be an attractive woman. Just any woman. Like, just oh my god, it'd be absolutely hell.
My next door neighbor, her Instagram profile is private. She says she's had blokes DM her being like, I want to be your sugar daddy. You're going to be my little baby or some weird terminology or whatever it is. Private, so you just got that little circle pic there.
One tiny little circle pic and someone.
Circle pic. Yeah, men are just absolutely unbelievable.
Almost not impressive. That's not the word, but just like you're like, wow, that is some serious dedication to being a creeper.
Exactly.
I'm almost impressed. Like that is just wow.
Yeah, you know who you are. You know what you want from life. But look, this Valentine's Day, listeners, send someone a DM. Go for it. Send someone a message. Just message someone.
Slide.
Just try.
Slide.
Exactly. Why not? Yeah. Just go for it. Just do it.
You can hear it in Ali's voice, like, doesn't have to be me. Doesn't have to be me. But just, whatever you want. Just whatever you want.
It probably doesn't have to be me. Everyone who listens to this, I've probably already talked to on Messenger.
Yeah.
But
I reply to all of you all the time. Sometimes you don't reply to me. It's very annoying.
But then I do the classic report and block. The classic report for misuse, for abusive behaviour. Well, abuse me emotionally.
Yeah.
And then block. But just message. Why not? Fucking go for it. Should we talk about the Mandalorian quickly and then do fail mail?
Yeah, very quickly. Her name is Gina Carano.
Wow.
Gina Carano.
That's a sort of good.
Dyslexia coming in there. Gina Carano. Yeah. Anyway, she plays one of the leads in The Mandalorian, and she has been fired by Disney for inciting that the treatment of people who are voting Republican is similar to that of the treatment of the Jews in World War II. She's a moron for saying that, because that's just not the case. People are not being, it's just I'm not even going to go into it because it's just how stupid it is. Like, she's just a very ignorant comment. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just pure blind ignorance. And she's been sacked. Which does bring up the whole cancel culture thing. It's tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah, you know, I was going to do the classic. It's a classic Hollywood's banter move. I was going to be like, finally, someone's saying it. But when you're saying the sentence, I'm just like, I can't even pretend to agree with this shit.
Yeah.
It's absolute bollocks.
Shit.
There's a big thing, and I've said this before on the pod, but there's a big thing about right wing thinking that the left run the media, and you only need to look at every single owner of any newspaper. That is just fundamentally not true. Up until very recently, a right wing person was in the White House and in this government, and in many places in Europe have moved more to the right. So if this idea of like the left running things is just bonkers. But what I will say though is the left do come up with the fucking creative ideas that are entertaining. This is the issue. I really like this tweet from Tom Little, who is a very funny comedian. Follow him on Twitter, Tom Little. And he said, you get old farts saying that comedy's rubbish nowadays. It's all too woke and correct, and it's not edgy like it used to be. And then you ask them, what's your favorite joke? And they go, it was Tommy Cooper doing a magic trick. They're not.
Yeah.
It's just resistance to just
change.
Just change, and not being able to say anything you want all the time. Just accountability.
So I don't know if you've seen the new Adam Curtis documentary that's just come out on
I really liked hypernormalization.
Yeah. So very similar vein with that, and the first episode is 6-part, long this one, 6-part.
Hypernormalization was like 3.5 hours.
Yeah. So not short, but it was it's a sort of explanation of how we've ended up in the climate that we are today, and everyone, basically the internet is essentially, the internet has provided everyone with the same version of yesterday today. So it's just like you can only be fed the shit that you liked at the time of your, that you think is back then, and you'll just be fed those video clips of back then, and people with the similar views as back then as well.
Yeah.
So everyone's just living yesterday today is quite an interesting saying.
But that is so true. My housemate got forwarded a audio clip, the WhatsApp audio voice notes that go viral around WhatsApp, get forwarded on loads of times, from her dad, which was this bloke, it's supposed to be funny, doing a thing of getting the Chinese vaccine. He's like, well, the Chinese vaccine's the best because it's Chinese food. They made it, like they know what they're doing. And that was like, oh, it's quite funny. But then the whole premise is that he starts like, anyway, yeah. So if you want to go to the pub, and then just goes into doing a Chinese, 70s accent voice thing. Have you heard it?
No, but forward it to me and I'll have a listen. Yeah.
But it was just like, this is a joke that you would just have in the 1970s, and it's not like an old bloke doing it. It's just like, that is what people, and it's gone viral. So there's just loads of people in the country who are like, this is fucking hilarious. Like, it's like just doing these old stereotypes. And because the dad because my housemate lived in China for a few months and learned Mandarin, and her dad messaged her being like, is this actually Mandarin then? And she was like, no, it's a guy going ling and bao, like, just.
Oh my, yeah. Oh, it's horrific. But
that's interesting.
People,
I'll check that out.
People, check it out. It's good doco, the first one, which the first episode anyway. But yeah, people wanting that kind of the way that they felt it was when they were young to now, and only to be surrounded by people who also want that is quite a weird thing. Like, no one wants to move forward anymore into a new time. Everyone just wants to be in the time when they were 21 and thought
and more
things were funny.
That people think that everyone's seeing the same thing as them, so they're watching these old clips thinking, oh, everyone's doing this, and
you've got to have seen this. Yeah, you've got to have seen it.
Not at all.
No funny.
Not at all. Man, well, but I think fair play to Disney, which is a big evil right wing corporation.
Yeah.
But obviously, if someone's saying stuff, it's just like anything. It's like any sacking. It's like any sacking. If you're at a company and one of the directors came up to everyone and was like, "All right, guys, right, I just want to say, just quickly before we get onto the awards this year, I just want to say quickly that the way Republicans are treated is exactly the same as Jewish people in Nazi Germany." Right. Let's get to those awards, Alan. First up, you wouldn't just be like, "Oh, great, yeah, cool." So I think it's right to get rid of him.
I mean, let's not pretend from Disney it wasn't a financial move. I feel like they would have only done it because it would have affected the Mandalorian and the sales of the Mandalorian. Blah blah blah.
And the Mandalorian isn't watched by. I'm pretty sure it's not watched by people in their 60s in villages.
No.
It's trying to get like a new the Star Wars audience.
Young sort of crowd in. Yeah. So it's not Gladys and Daryl in there.
Well, I watched Mrs. Brown. I watched Strictly. They're Mrs. Brown's boys, and I'm just watching season 3 of Mandalorian.
The way he took on that Chewbacca as Backy Beast were
Baby Yoda, he's called. He's so blessed.
The Aguarian snare beast was unbelievable the way he fought that.
Yeah.
Right, guys, we are going to move on to fail mail. Thank you so much, guys, for sending these in. We asked you, what do you miss most about pre-lockdown life? I got a few pretty funny ones come in the door. Do you want to start, Ali?
I mean, there's lots of what is interesting. I would really like the really specific ones that I'm like, that is really. There's some like heartfelt stuff. Like for instance, let me just get this guy up. Going to a Butlins hunt in flea markets. Yes.
Interesting.
Butlins.
Yes.
I love Butlins.
Rate it. I rate it, And
I think clearly that is where it's really, there's one that I really, really liked. For instance, the awkward hellos from the receptionist staff at the gym. That's nice as well.
Okay.
There we go. This is the one. Look at this. You can tell this person really misses this tenderly. Chilled mini cheddars from the post vending machine at work. How specific is that?
That's so niche. I know exactly what he's on about though. This sort of cold crisps from a vending machine.
Yeah, fair. Go on, what you got?
I've got the space I create naturally from dancing in a club. That's good.
I like that one.
A fair few people just said sex.
I got orgies. I got being a hoe. Which is great. Touching people, which is ominous. I'm going to take that as
yeah.
I got someone messaging sucking you off, which I've never met this person, so I'm pretty sure that's a lie. Unless
what's his name?
Exactly. And going to gay orgies. I know I need Jesus.
Okay.
What else you got?
Okay, I've got me with a good haircut. That's twice 2 people said that. Just a lot of like holiday, seeing friends, hugs, not wearing a mask all the time, going on a plane. Not so much the actual plane, but the excitement of the destination.
That is so good, isn't it? That, oh man, because however panicking it is, making sure you're getting your flight and all that, but it's just so exciting, isn't it? With your mates at the airport, just about to go. Oh man, it is so good. You just feel like, fuck, you're completely leaving your old life behind you. I can do anything. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm off. Yeah. When sitting alone and crying naked in the dark was a special weekly treat, not a daily activity.
Yeah, I did send you in that one. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who've done that as well. Staying home is what they miss. Avoiding people's calls to avoid going out.
Yeah. Like there was I had a few people. Say like
finding excuses,
the ability to blow off plans.
Yeah,
finding excuses. Like a fair few people write that in.
Someone absolute dirty dog has written in being able to have sex with my mate's boyfriend.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, one night stands, driving lessons, having social skills, skiing, seeing family without friends. Someone okay, this is a really weird one. Someone just wrote being spat on.
Are our listeners okay, Tom? I think this is
I don't guys, being spat on is not
you can't kink shame, Tom. If that is it, then
I
that
know.
is it. C'est la vie.
Yeah,
Live and let live.
yeah, yeah, I guess. That's pretty hectic.
The same
Yeah, a lot of, like,
person,
live
the same person messaged in 2 things. Okay?
okay.
Leaving the house with no plans and seeing where I'd end up. Firstly, mad that anyone's doing that, but fair play to you. Second
Yep.
thing she messaged in, staying in because I wanted to. Ha ha. So
Polar opposites.
this is from friend of the show, from Sex Hotel person. We're good friend of the show. Hearing people's stupid and crazy excuses slash lies for not showing up or organizing meetups slash get-togethers. Now everyone just blames COVID and social distancing rules. Like, come up with something original. So
Yeah.
clearly a vendetta there.
Yeah, there will be a bit of a weird period where we adjust back to normal life once that's available, where people can't just be like, "Oh, I don't, social
Yeah,
distancing,
man, I was thinking
whatever."
this as well. Imagine being in a crowded room. Like, that is going to be weird. Fundamentally, that is going to be weird.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine like brushing past, but like asking people to get out of the way and brushing past them to
Yeah.
get through to.
That's gonna be really, like, rammed pub will be a weird experience.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of people have messaged in to say, pubs, sticky floors of pubs, which is a uniquely specific one. Make the Weatherspoons experience at home. Just don't clean anything up for 2 months.
Ali, what the hell do you think the floors are gonna be like? my 10-day party emporium. What? I'm bringing spoons all the way back. You have no idea. I've actually got guys in the hotel corridors right now just pouring pints into the carpet to give it that spoonsy smell. I'm prepping them.
Yeah, they're getting ready. It's a special team of idiots you get in to do that.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Evaluating people's outfits on the tube. Which, yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Smelling soaps and creams before buying them. Very sensual. I think people are losing their mind. I saw a tweet about how gross bowling is and how I'm mourning the fact that I might not bowl again because I'm too germophobic now. And I don't even like to bowl. As a person losing their mind at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's largely it. Having the park to myself in the morning, people used to be happy not to go out and stay in bed because there's nothing else going on. So, I thank you very much for the people who sent the Lavender Raff in Paul, which is
Okay.
Again, a bakery, very specific.
Fair.
I don't know what that is.
I think not for me. It will be live music and then
yeah, mate. Vampire Weekend isn't going to go see itself.
I know. And
I Pendulum are doing a DJ set at Ali Pally. You'd be well over
2 Chainz. Yeah, I think that, and I just the park not being the most exciting thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think we'll have that again in spring. That whole thing of like, you can't go around to other people's houses, the pubs aren't open, but you can now chill with 6 people in a park and have, which will be nice again. Which will be as with the weather's better. But yeah, man, just be able to go and have loads of mates over and not feel like, you can't invite everyone. Just having everyone over would be great. I miss meeting mates and just having a hug. Yeah, I'm a hugger. You know this, Tom. Physical contact. I love it.
Yeah.
I've had to hug myself every night.
Yeah. If that's what you want to call it.
Yes. Sorry, did I say hug there?
Yeah.
I have to hug myself off. But but that sort of thing as well. And just being at a gig with everyone packed in. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so good. But yeah, plenty to look forward to.
Soon.
And we will be back.
Soon. Maybe even the Edinburgh Fringe, that could go on. Who knows at this point? Who knows?
I need to get out so badly.
Come on, man. Come on. Fringe is going to go on. It's going to be lit. You're going to get fives of people into the venue that you've paid thousands of pounds for.
My room is 42 people at max normally. So with half seating, 21 people sat socially distanced wearing masks, it is going to be a fucking crypt.
How much did you pay for it? Yeah.
It's on board.
At best, it was socially, but they should cut people's rates, because at best, if they have to be socially distanced, at best you will be able to get half the amount of people into your show if you sold it out, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So they should cut the rate in half as well, because you'll never ever be able to make money. It'd be impossible.
Yeah. I agree, Tom. But I can tell you who's not going to do that, because the people who run those venues.
The people who've already spent your money on other things.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, half the audience will double the ticket price. Well, now no one's going to come.
Yeah. How much is it now for a ticket? 11 quid. All right. 22 it is.
22, exactly. Yeah, 22 is fine. I'm sure your show that you've not been able to practice at all in the last 6 months is going to be great. It's going to be worth the ticket money.
Yeah, 22 quid. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay, why not? Well,
yeah, you know what? That's exactly what they will do. They'll up the ticket price as opposed to giving you the money back. And they'll just be like, well, it's your fault. You couldn't sell it out. You should have made a better show.
Yeah, exactly. You thought about your marketing.
Yeah. Better flyers next time, maybe. Better flyers.
Wankers. No flyers allowed, I'm sure.
Yeah, you won't even be able to hand out flyers. You won't be able to hand out flyers. Virtual flyers.
People coming up asking for information about your show. Get back. No, you're not allowed. Otherwise, I'm going to get cancelled. Yeah. My show will get cancelled. Yeah. Stay back.
Oh, man. I can't even begin to think of the shit show that the Edinburgh Fringe Festival will turn into if it goes ahead.
Shocker. Oh, well.
Yeah. Have they said anything? Have they said anything?
I do, but I need to to be honest, I need to get in contact with the producers and just be like, so what's going on? And can I have no part of it?
Yeah. Good luck. I know of me.
We know the producer well.
Ali's producer before, and all I will say is good luck.
Yeah, very good luck. Very reasonable. He's not in it for the money. No. He's in it for the artist.
I really think the show should go ahead because I've just got a good feeling. And you might not make it all back, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
Think about it. There'll be no one there, so it's perfect time to make your mark.
Yeah. Like you'll be a standout. Standout.
Yeah, 100%. So the best thing,
just like the industry will still come.
Hope for is that it all gets cancelled, but I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Nicola Sturgeon's she's got to sort me out. She's got to say that it's no way that the Edinburgh Fringe can go ahead, and the Edinburgh Fringe will be like, no but it can't it?
Yeah. Oh no! You think they have Scottish voices, you fool? They'll be like, no, seriously, actually, the Pleasants can go ahead. We'll do socially distanced things. There's going to be lots of people. People can't go abroad, so they're going to want to go to the Fringe.
Yeah, and it'll be perfectly safe. We'll have sanitizers. We'll have, one-way systems.
Like unemployment is at a record high, so all people want to do is spend a fortune to go to Edinburgh.
Exactly. Yeah, wankers. Well, look, enough of that. Thank you for listening to this.
Thank you very much, guys.
Whatever may be your future, there will be good times will come again. I just don't know when, but they will. May, I still said May. May, I think we could be in.
We could be maybe we're having a sip of a beer in a pub. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, in May.
Guys, thank you very much for listening. I've been Tom Elwes. Follow me at all good social media platforms.
Ali Woods Gigs, you know where to find me. Just a reminder again, if you want double the episodes and if you want to just support us as well, as obviously we've lost our income from gigging, then you can do on Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIFpod, $5 a month. So that's only £1 a week. We'll get you twice the amount of episodes every week. So come find us there. And if you can donate and if you're in a position to, that would be really, really appreciated. Okay.
Also, if we get over 10 people say they want it, we'll look into getting AIDIF hats made. I've googled the Etsy store and I think I can do it.
But also, Tom, we did talk about maybe changing the name of the podcast. So I think that'd be very AIDIF though to get 100 hats.
That's on brand. That's just our brand.
That's what the parents go, so you making money from this yet? We're still very in the red, but it's an investment.
Ali, that'll be the vintage shit. When this podcast is absolutely popping and people are buying merch left, right, and center with the new name, you know how valuable the original OG name hats will be.
Very true. It'll be like the Supreme store where people are queuing up to get the latest hat.
Get the OG hats.
Yeah. All right, listeners. Well, look, thank you very much for joining us again this week. I hope you have a lovely week. See you later. Take care.
Okay, bye.